So I think firstly it's saying welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show, guys.
What's the show called?
I don't even know. You tell me.
We'll figure it out. Let's sit down and get rolling.
Yeah, let's go.
I spent all of my days just hoping it wasn't so. Still see the facts in front of me, but I won't let go. I'm hoping that I'm wrong and this is all just a show. Reality hurts and it stings just like a blow. Used to be an optimist, I'm falling like a pessimist. I tried so many times, but I'm chained like the elephant. Can't believe I'm here again, no one else is left to blame. Need to free my mind and break the bond, cause it's not a chain. The pain of broken trust, it all feels the same. A different face, but it seems like the same game. We used to trust each other, our hearts are getting harder. The pain is getting deeper, my faith is getting weaker.
This is the first episode of our show. Yeah, I mean, most people ask, it's a show, but who runs the show?
I think it was a dog. Really, to avoid for tax purposes? No?
Don't tell people about that.
I don't even know anymore, man.
Okay, so my name's Robert.
My name's Mo.
And we're from Camden.
We're showing here, no wonder why we're in Camden Road here.
Yeah, and what we do, so we do event coverage, we do reviews, we do...
General stuff.
Yeah,
like disorganized mess of stuff, you know? Not something in order, but it's something. It's just thought that counts, really.
You know when you have that stuff in your room and you're like, it's organized mess. I know where it all is.
It's disorganized, but it can fit together like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, and so I think with what I wanted to do with this show anyway, is I wanted to cover stuff that we do together and like events that we cover throughout the month. So we was hoping to be a monthly show.
Yeah, that was our target.
And we see we've got our beautiful high-tech setup right here.
Yeah.
But what it is that we wanted to cover what we do in a month, because I felt, especially a lot of YouTubers nowadays, and I've told you about my views, a lot of views on YouTube are really just poncy. I don't know, like, I don't want to be rude.
Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Wait.
I hope you subscribe.
By the way, please like, subscribe if you want to hear from more from... No, I hate that stuff. What I want to do is just cover what I think is real and like what I actually get up to on a day-to-day basis in London, because I've grown up here my whole life. I mean...
Like for me, only 20 years since I came off the back of a tomato truck, but that's about it.
Where did you come from?
Somalia. Or somewhere else, unknown yet. But I don't know. I think it's Somalia. That my parents tell me it's Somalia, but I can't remember. But
yeah, and so, I mean, we used to live together, we're good friends, and so it's like, well, you know what, we do lots of stuff together, we like recording stuff, we like going to events, let's talk about that. So, I mean, let's get into it. What have we done this month?
I think, looking at your stomach, we covered an event about food, didn't we?
Now, do you know, I got a really good opportunity to head to Meatopia. That was an amazing...
Exclusive access to food.
Yeah, that was an amazing experience because I got to eat a lot of food from lots of different places, and like it was the type of event where you had, you know, it's just like that really, really good quality food, but everywhere. And so it was like kind of Iberico, smoked ribs, you had pulled beef, you had like just it was an amazing little thing. And I think, do you know the thing about that though, yeah, is I got to go in for free because I'm a very, very lucky person. But
and you love food.
Yeah, that's why I'm a lucky person, because I got to enjoy all of it because I couldn't stop eating. But I saw that the tickets were like 30 quid.
Wow.
Entry. No, you don't.
What do you get with that £30 entry?
Entry.
Just entry.
Entry. Each meal's about £5. And so what you do is you buy tickets at you buy like kind of tokens at the door, and then they're like £5 each, and then you can trade them in for certain meals.
Did you see some known brands, anything, or was it all just startups?
No, it was like some of like the best chefs that are in the country, and outside of the country you had like one of the best chefs from Italy that had come over who does like really cool stuff with me. I'm sure that Salt Bay guy was there, I don't know.
Well, which guy?
That Turkish one, you know, my uncle.
Oh yeah,
my uncle's cousin's brother.
My uncle's cousin's brother
who married that girl. Yeah, the one we bought the dog off.
Anyway, let's not talk about the tax code. Anyway, where we're going back to the point. So you just saw like famous chefs, or so with regards to like people who are doing it from their home, like from their kitchen.
There was a couple of guys like that had started up, but they had, I think it was established people that were already good at their trade, and that's what it is. Like there are people that started up, but this wasn't a place for startups. It was a place for the best people necessarily to come and show their stuff. And so you have people that had their own businesses that were running stuff, but mostly it was people like Ottolenghi or like things like this, where it's actually you got established brands here. Yeah. But yeah, cool.
That's all right. Yeah, I think we should show the video, should we?
Yeah, so have a look at this. see a festival happen on the end of my road, or like something, huge events. Like I used to work in events in like the Roundhouse, the Forum, places like this. And like, oh yeah, I'm backstage for Jay-Z, or I'm backstage for, just different events, different people going on. And so for me, it's always just like this vibe of Camden. It's always got stuff going on, and that's kind of why I like London, really. But
okay, cool. So moving on, we start to talk over another bit of discussion, like another coverage we did earlier on, which was the Get Out film coverage, which I went to do.
You went to that. So when did you go to that, by the way?
I went to that a couple of weeks ago, a month ago from this recording. I really went there just to record the audience, really, because of that film.
So tell me, what was it that you actually went to, and where was it?
Okay, so I went to an outdoor film screening of Get Out, provided from a group organization that runs in Gillette Square, which I recommend you guys checking out. It seems that they're doing stuff that encourages people to come together regardless of their gender or their background. So going back into this, that free promo there, guys. I want free stuff now. Going back into it.
You almost get booted by security.
No, not again. And what I'm trying to tell you is basically within the film, within Gillette Square, I went there to see the movie Get Out, but that was not my main object.
Because you already seen the film before.
I already seen the film.
I went to see it in cinema.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
Get Out, it was a good film, just generally.
Yeah.
It was the best cinema experience I've had in a long time.
Why so?
Because everybody reacted as, it was like seeing it with a bunch of friends. Because I don't want to spoil it, but at certain points in the film, everybody reacted as one. And it's not like in America where everyone at the end of the film claps and all of that in England. No, that's never happened to me. At the end of the film, that happened. Everyone was popping off. When it went at the end of it, the climax of it, everyone was pop, what? That's the...
So what did you
Bro, that is the film! And that was everyone's experience, which was live. I saw it late night, one of the last screenings of the night, on a Saturday night. It was popping off. And I've never had that in a cinema film. Like, that's never happened to me watching a film before.
It felt like you were in a room with all your family watching a film.
Because everyone, I think it was the people I was around, and I think this is what you're going to get into, is the people I was around had that emotion and they felt what was going on. And they wanted the climax to end in a way that they wanted it to end. And I don't want to spoil it, but the way that it twists what you think is going to happen, and it was just really, really good reactions.
See, for me, I just got to ask you a quick question before I start to ramble on about the video. Did you see it? What genre did you see the film in? That's a good question.
It was I would say it's a thriller. I don't know. Thriller. It wasn't like a horror film. Yeah, even though it had elements like that. But for me, and I had that comedy elements because I know that obviously the guy that directed it, comedy. He's that's his
Mr. Keith Peel.
Yeah, Keith Peel directed the film, and so he's obviously I've been watching his skits since day, and they're hilarious. But so seeing that twist, and I think actually the pacing of comedy has the same. He has good pacing and good timing, and I think that's what comedy's about. And he put that into use into that thriller aspect. So it had that aspect of comedy. It's more about you're used to the beats, so you know the twists. Like twists in comedy is rule of three. Something happens, unexpected turn. And just using that kind of stuff to be entertaining, really. So he was really good at what he did, even though it's his first time directing a horror film.
So going back, guys, basically, for me, I saw it more of a comedy, and I have encountered other people who saw it more of a horror than being a comedy. Where luckily Rob is one of the few, being he's white on the outside and black on the inside. He can see it both as a comedy and horror. But
let's not go there.
Let's not go there yet. Now going back, this is for me. I went to Dalston, Gillette Square, to see the outdoor film screening of Get Out, to do a social experiment, to film, to see within the audience and see who in the audience saw it as a comedy and who saw it as a horror. Because, for example, Gillette Square in Dalston, if you guys don't know about, it's quite well known place for previously being a ghetto area, and it's been heavily gentrified to. Yeah, it's gentrification. Yeah, they got promised regeneration, but they got gentrification.
I know, because I used to work in Dalston, and then they started building them flats next to the station. Affordable housing starting at £450,000. Starting, which means you got that ground floor access. Yeah, you're getting broken into, one bed, maybe studio flat. Yeah, That's not affordable.
That's
right?
not
Like, that's not
affordable.
affordable.
Who
And
you
so when you're
saying
saying
that's affordable
it's
to?
affordable for Dalston, for Hackney.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Yeah,
another
anyway.
thing. But yeah, so you wanted to see what it looked like. Basically, that it had this mix of different cultures. Is what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
it was a hot pot of different cultures coming together and to like entertain themselves to watching a movie. You know,
Yeah.
like coming together to watch a movie, and it's a perfect movie to have a social commentary running through it.
Yeah.
Like for example, like for me, I saw throughout the audience, even though I assumed that some persons were actually saw it as a comedy and some persons saw it as a horror, but altogether they actually unified in a way and see it completely as a comedy. I had the crowd being silent, cheering on for the guy, you know, seeing the girl, everyone gave her a boo because it seems like everyone in that cinema who was watching it has watched the movie already.
Yeah.
Other than the crackheads in the background having their whole crackhead problems, shy. But I love him, but even though he slept with my mother, you know, like fuck Barbara Tom. But generally, I just want to say, like,
That was a bit of a run right then.
like that was a bit of a run.
What did they do to you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
It's a soft touch.
But yeah, you were saying that essentially it was so what again you had a mix of people. So what did the people that you're saying from the area, basically the hood people from the ends, they saw it as what, a horror or a comedy?
They saw. I don't know what they saw it as, but I know at certain points throughout the movie they were raising gun signs and going pop pop pop,
They're saying scooter pop pop,
pop pop pop,
pew 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 pew,
shooting from hip. Man's not road out here. You get it? No, road man. Anyway, going back to the point.
Yeah,
Moving
so
on.
they got excited. And then you had other people that saw it as a comedy and laughed.
I saw people seeing it as more of a comedy. I didn't see anyone actually seeing it as a horror. That really surprised me. And
Yeah.
I think, alright, for the main reason, generally the people who saw it as a horror for me saw the racial commentary running through the background.
Yeah.
The people who saw it as a comedy is playing on the stereotype of a black guy meeting his white girlfriend's parents for the first time.
Yeah.
And that's a prime example of it.
But you know, I think the one thing about the film for me is that for me the film, it was kind of interesting, and obviously it's played on things that what other films have always done on in the past but reversed it. But essentially the fact that there was no positive white folk in that film whatsoever. None. And the only person who was like strong or like athletic in that film that was white was mentally deranged. Now I think basically what he's trying to do is just reverse that. That was very intentional for me. You're feeling very uncomfortable.
I just don't know.
But the thing is, I feel like
talk to me.
that's what films have done for like black and Asian people since day. So I can understand like it was a intentional decision to do that, to actually make sure actually all of the white people in this film were intentionally making a statement not just about society but about film as well.
See, we're going back into that, yeah? You say that all of them were portrayed as negative. For me, there was one character, apparently, I don't know, there was a rumor going around, you guys can check it out, about the police officer, his role in the movie.
Oh yeah, at the beginning. Because there was alternate ending.
Yeah,
as well.
it was an alternate ending, and it was supposed to be with his friend TSG. Andre.
Yeah.
Don't want to reveal too much, so you might want to block this out or skip the video by about 30 seconds.
Okay, I've given you 3,
Two,
1. But yeah, so you were saying is that the police officer at the beginning who stopped him, there was a bit of ambiguity about whether he was trying to investigate and find out information about these black people that are going
Rewind that. Go.
That was them. He was like, I'm getting kidnapped and disappearing because he was suspicious about the family. Although that's just left ambiguous. It's a bit like I don't know what your thought. Do you think he was being helpful or not?
I think in his job and his duty for him to it was in his job and his duty. Do you know
what? Speak up, man.
All right, excuse me. Sorry, it's in his job and his duty, for example, to go and investigate recent disappearances of a certain young black male within a certain age group, you know. and he keeps seeing maybe her coming back with every time a different black guy. Oh, he's gonna go meet the family. He's gonna go meet the family. You know,
but he could just be suspicious of a white girl that's bringing all these black guys back because that's weird for him in that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's true. No,
you know what? Imagine.
Oh no, come on. You can put two to it.
Like it could be a different level of racism. Yeah, like. Why is she bringing black guys for? This has got to be suspicious.
She's contaminating the hood.
Yeah, and like that's weird. So I have to. I don't know.
That's a fair point. But for me, I felt like he was just doing an investigation. He was like that was whole because in the end, apparently, when Andre comes in for his friend, he turns up with the police. And that's what the police
That's the TSA guys, though, isn't it?
Is it TSA or TSG?
Yeah, the TSA.
Oh, okay, TSG or something else completely.
That's that new drug in Camden, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It's hard hitting. Anyway, going back to...
They added to the Bang Bang Chicken.
They just give bang bangs.
That guy, that Bang Bang Chicken guy, bro. He's 17, bro. Have you seen him?
What happened?
Bro, TSG got to him hard.
It got to him hard, man. Just like melting like wax. Oh.
You want Bang Bang Chicken? He's trying to hustle out here.
Maybe he becomes the Bang Bang Chicken after a while, you know, like crocodile. So going back,
but yeah, but overall, like you're saying about film and themes.
The films and the themes, I thought it was a good idea to see the facial expressions, people's experience, because as you said, that as the audience, you had one of the best experiences of watching a movie in the cinema, because you and the audience were engaging, interacting with the movie.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see that in an area that has been recently gentrified, that had an issue of, for example, whitewashing and other issues like what is it called? Social cleansing. So I thought it was a great area to see that movie, and like for them to showcase that movie in such a prominent spot like that. So what I saw is that people can actually, they just rose above it altogether.
Yeah.
Like they rose above it, except for Gavin and Stacey in the background complaining about Bobber Tom and his crack. I'm not talking about that anymore.
Cool. But yeah, so what I also wanted to do today is talk about a little bit of news that's happened in the area as well. Only a little thing that I noticed this week, Game in Camden has closed down.
I know.
Did you see that?
I saw that, and then like now it's mixed together with, you know what's mixed with?
Maplins.
With Maplins.
We got a connection, don't worry, our connection's coming. It's going to give us the full inside scoop, but yeah.
You know, whistleblower.
Blow your whistle, baby.
Whistle, baby. Anyway, going back.
Leaked documents. But it was just kind of interesting. I saw that Game closed down. I've been going there since day, and I just think like...
Do you feel like they touch your childhood?
Do you know, yeah, I don't think there's a lot to say about it. I just think it's worth stating.
Okay.
I reckon it's just worth recognizing it, and like that's happened. There's not a lot to discuss, I guess, but Game's closed down.
I know Games is closed down because it's... Is that just a general thing? Is that because of movement because of people's downloads?
Do you know what? Game actually in Camden closed down before and then reopened again about a few months later because it was like funding issues and stuff like that. Essentially, it's all of these. Zavi, HMV, now Game. There's no dedicated game stores anymore. That's just a thing. Even though gaming's one of the biggest industries, it's just completely digital. To be fair, I think the fact that most gamers, I hate the term by the way, but most people that enjoy video games...
Be proud of the term. Take it.
No, you know? I don't. I can
enjoy
the
term gamer.
I'm a person. I'm a human first. I have feelings.
No. You have feelings, but you should be proud of those feelings of being a gamer. What do you feel when you feel like being a gamer?
No, I feel like there's this negative connotation, honestly, because I feel it puts people in a box because, okay, it's that weird, fat, older, middle-aged guy with a beard. I am describing myself, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just looking at you thinking
but
about
it's like socially isolated, doesn't go out, has no social interaction or anything like that. And that's not what a gamer is because, it's a guy. Number one, like, my wife enjoys games. I enjoy games. Like, you enjoy games. Like, there's complete cross-section of older people.
I just don't enjoy Nintendo games.
My mum enjoys games. Yeah. That's the problem for me. But let's leave that for now. We'll crack out the Switch in a minute, yeah? But, anyway, I don't like the term gamer. But a lot of people that do enjoy video games, enthusiasts, I would say, love their physical media. But it's just crazy because music is very rarely an issue with physical media. Only like things where I'd say records and analog stuff where they felt that the quality is better, but the quality is not necessarily better when you're getting it on a disc, so there's that. Anyway, people just like the idea of having that physical game. I don't know, what do you reckon? I mean, when was the last time you actually bought a physical game? You went into a shop and bought a game, the hard copy. When did that last happen?
Ooh, when did the last time happen? It actually happened about 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What really?
Yeah.
What did you buy?
I bought like 4 Xbox 360 games.
Retro.
Like
10 years back, 2007.
Rob is mentioning that because last year at EGX, we went to like a convention, gaming convention, EGX 2016, and they had a certain part like of their convention which was retro gaming. So we assumed that it's going to be SNES, Atari, and stuff like this, and it turns out there was Xbox 360s and PS3s there. And PS2s. That was retro. Xbox 360.
The games
was
that I'm
retro.
still waiting to buy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I want to buy that. I still haven't got around to buying that yet.
Exactly, like it's not retro.
Anyways, but what did you get? What did you buy then?
I bought Gears of War 2, 3, Resident Evil 5 and 6. You know,
Nice.
just hit on the
Like
cover.
multiplayer games.
2 multiplayer, like it was to give someone as a present, like it was a birthday present, and also just to give them. Like, just also I can go and join in with playing with them, of course, you know,
Yeah.
whenever I go and visit them. Which, by the way, I probably will do today because I need to go and check out some kittens that have been born. Ooh. But,
Gears of War! Kittens! But,
so talking about gamers,
Yeah.
going back, went into a bit of tangent there. But talking about gamers,
Talk up a bit, I can't hear you.
talking about gamers and the stereotypes of gamers, for example.
Yeah.
You can say about both sexes, for example, you like for a male it's viewed as isolated, fat, middle-aged. Hey, here's looking at you, Robert. Anyway,
Yeah,
or female point of view is that they like think about it. Most people's perception, I feel like, of a female gamer, which I don't agree with. Leave me out of this. Yeah, is wearing glasses, quirky glasses first of all, and it has it in pigtails.
Do you know? Because you're thinking of the girl gamer thing. When I think of women playing games. That the stereotype is mums playing Candy Crush.
Really?
That is like the mums playing Candy Crush and any of those King games.
Is that the mum with the leather case for her phone?
Yeah, the flip case, the
flip-
folio. Playing
like-
Candy Crush.
Like,
I'm not going to say any names,
Yeah.
but certain people that I live with, yeah, that I might be married to, that have that flip case that enjoy Candy Crush. So maybe that's where my perception comes from. To be fair, we
and
have just...
watch out for that statement right there.
So her Candy Crush obsession has allowed her to dominate me in pure Tetris on the Switch though. So I am getting my pride is being hurt. Yeah.
It's being hurt. There's some girl I know that actually got to level 400 or 600 or something. I just couldn't. I was like, I can't take that level. Like as I play RPGs, like thinking of going to 500 level, I can't do. Like I'll stop at 150 maybe. Past 100, yeah, I'm good. I've reached the top. 50 to be elite, whatever, and I quit. But you know, generally.
So I never really got into a lot of deep RPGs, especially like MMOs and stuff like that. I know you used to enjoy RuneScape back in the day.
JGEX.
So I never played any of that stuff. My stuff has always been like single player focused. I love like story games. That's why I said my favorite game is Shenmue, Final Fantasy, things like this. But so yeah, I don't know. So where did you buy your games? That's the kind of question I wanted to ask.
So we're talking about games in general, like but talking where I bought this game.
Just to like chill, like I didn't even press record.
What's the long thing in it? That's what I'm saying. The long thing is not me. The long thing's... Watch this space, innit?
Yes, I think that's it for our show. It's not gone too badly.
No, not at all.
It's been, maybe I'm worried about a few slight technical difficulties, but hey, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. You guys can go and check us out on Revo_Squared on Twitter. to give us any opinions or views or anything that you guys can help us out with, like to make us get better.
And if you're seeing this on Facebook or on YouTube, just write a comment. Tell us how crap you hate us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
How big his belly is.
and how large his forehead is.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a hat. You know, this first episode, just keep it undercover. It's like it's supposed to be the dog.
So again, like that's the end of our show. What we like to do at the end of our show is showcase an artist from the local area. So we're just going to take it right to the studio.
I want to make it a bright and peaceful one. I love the life, I live it free, and you expect everybody else to see that if you give up the struggle and the fighting too, all things will come to you. If we love the life, we live it free. There's always angels everywhere, you see. Smiling everywhere. People do live the life without a care. There's no need for any fear anymore. And that'll be the end of that one for sure. See, vibration is what it's all about. And when you live in this thing called love, there's no need to shout. I just use chalks upon the floor and open up a magic door. I invite all the things that I wish to see to come flooding through the void to me. It's simple, easy too, and this is the gift that him shares with you. So, time was a thing that was invented for do by the Roman legions, you see. Before the Romans came along, we sat in the day for however long. We watched the sun trace across the sky, and then it turned to the moon. We didn't ask why. It was just the cycle of the day, and we hadn't broken it up into time in any way. But now the focus is rushing on, because the time will soon be gone. But it's just the creation of the mind to say, so why not just sit down in peace today?